Or my elders can do that.
So one, first and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai.
Okay, we're going to give double honors and blessings unto the elder apostles of GMS. And peace and salutations unto the true rock and pushing his truth and truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. Okay, out there fighting for this truth. You know, hopefully sending the elect, man, to get this place done with, man. All right, just going to go into some scriptures, brothers, down right out, and go straight into it, man. What's that you want to begin with?
I want to bring out an article first, just based off what the brother Yalden taught it. Who else could be the wicked? And I don't know if any of y'all knew, but NASA recently came out saying that they're spraying the population with a quote-unquote mood stabilizing drug via chemical trails as a test. And I'm just going to read a couple paragraphs. It says, lithium, Rowland also said that lithium was sprayed onto the population experiments conducted in the 1970s and the 1990s by NASA. Lithium is a chemical element with the atomic number of 3. It's a rather soft silver-white metal belonging to the alkali group and is a mood stabilizing drug by definition. So for those of y'all brothers that don't know, if you ever had one of those Esau prescribed diseases like depression, they'll give you lithium pills to kind of calm your mood swings. So it doesn't treat the issue. All it does is make you docile. So let's say you're one of those bipolars, or you're manically depressed, where you're just one moment you're on one, like you're happy, everything's you're on top of the world, and next thing you're just flipping out, you're mad, or you just mega in the shitter, like you can't get out. They'll prescribe you lithium. Myself, for anxiety, they'll give you what's called Ativan, and Ativan is the same thing. It's going to make you docile, turn minds into a zombie. And then that shit is just ridiculous. You take 2 little tiny ass pills, smaller than an RFID chip, and my big ass, I'm 6'10", 4+, and that had me. Those little tiny ass pills had me feeling like I got shot with an elephant tranquilizer. Couldn't do nothing. Wouldn't barely eat. Couldn't walk up some stairs. Not saying that I'm out of shape, but I couldn't walk upstairs because I was literally drugged. And that's their solution. If you have a little bit of issues with the world, let's say you're thinking, well, shit, it's gonna end. That's stressful. To the average day person, that shit is stressful. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna calm you down. They're gonna give you this wonder drug that makes all that stress go away, when all it really does is inhibit any receptors in your brain from sending a signal to any part of your body saying, okay, we're going to stop brain activity for a moment. We're going to slow it down to a point where you're just thinking the minimum. And that shit is what they're spraying every day on these people. So you got these jakes out there saying, oh, well, we need to find our girls in DC, but no action's being done. They're in a room huddled up when there is a girl taking almost every other hour, it seems like. But yeah, we're gonna all huddle up in a room, and that's gonna be our plan of action. We're gonna all brainstorm when we know that does nothing. And it's not because they don't want to do it, it's they're being chemically sprayed to be as docile as possible. Because Jake by nature is not a docile creature. Jake by nature is a fiery, has a fiery spirit. So people wonder why this is why you have all these passive aggressive people. You get slapped in the face and they'll say, oh, he didn't mean it. At least he didn't smack my other cheek. When before you used to get smacked in the face, that was hands on point. Like we're throwing down. So I just wanted to bring that out just to prove that it's not just the fact that these people are getting more feminized. Esau is helping to attribute to that. Whether it's spraying lithium or aluminum oxide in there, or it's poisoning your water with fluoride, or atramine, which is a hormone inhibitor. So it's making dudes faggots and it's making females dykes. And that's why they say don't drink the tap water, but they won't tell you why. Just say don't drink it. Get some bottled water. And truth be told, that bottled water's got the same shit in it. So it doesn't matter where you go. You're going to get poisoned through the air. You're going to get poisoned through your food, your water. They're going to try to do everything they can do to control you. If they can't control you, they're going to try to take you out. But just really low key about it. And then y'all brother got any subject I want to bring up?
Don't know. Go ahead, Doc. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1, and it says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. Their prey departeth not. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the praising horses and of the jumping chariots," man. So basically, woe to the bloody city, man. What's the bloody city? You know, the same people that you know spray all those chemtrails in the air, man. All those metals that you know glorify these homosexuals on TV. Have your kids watching Family Guy where Brian and Stewie have half dog, half human babies and shit like that, man.
Or Stewie dresses up as a girl
God.
and nobody says shit about it.
Have sexy parties and shit. Okay. All right. And it's full of robbery, man. It's robbing you of not just your spirituality, okay, not just your money. It's robbing you of your soul, man. You people are literally unknowingly, okay, but willingly giving your soul to Babylon, man. Giving your soul to the so-called white man, the wicked man. Okay? Because he's ruled these nations with an iron fist and he's ruled you into wickedness, man. Okay, that's why they're called the border of wickedness, man. Wherever Esau begins is where wickedness begins, man. Okay? And to understand that, you have to look at what Esau's done in his history, man. Go back into the ancient world. What has Esau done that's ever been beneficial for anyone but Esau? Okay? It's simple, man. Full of robbery and deceit, and the prey departeth not. Okay? You depart not out of, that's why the scriptures say, run away from Babylon, man. Get away from Babylon, roughly paraphrasing. Because you depart not. Okay? The predator's out there. You're the prey. Are you going to stand there and wait for him to come to you? You going to stand and wait for it? What you going to do? All right? We're coming into some real heavy times, man. It's not even time to debate scriptures no more, man. It's time to understand and prepare your soul, man, for what's coming. Simple and plain. All right, that's what y'all done.
I got scripture. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." So, you know, this time we're living in, we have already fallen away from the truth and the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushai for our disobedience. And now here it is in these end times, we're being woken up. The Lord's chosen, that is, who he has found fit, the 1/3, the elect, to be awoken again to the true doctrine of who we are. All right, so it's evident in these times who the devil is. The devil that's spraying your sky and altering your water. You know, but men and women want to be busybodies towards prophets, you know, and y'all fulfill the truth even more. Y'all make the truth even more evident by doing what you're doing to come against the men of great millstone, starting with the elder apostles. So that man of sin has been revealed. Okay, it comes with the mark of the beast and the image of the beast. The image of that beast is this society and the system and the culture that is portrayed across the entire planet. They all follow after this so-called Caucasian system. All right? That falling away first. "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." And we all know, per to Genesis chapter 25, that Esau was given that blessing of the sword. All right? He was allowed to have the first reign of the world, the so-called Caucasians. All right? He shows himself to be God. He tries to monitor and control and number the population. He sprays the sky. You know, he tries to play the role of God. He sets up these pharmaceutical companies to sell you treatment instead of selling you a cure, so that he can make money off of you and control the population at the same time. Right. And
To go off that, just read it. There's you know how they started showing the TVs at work?
Right.
There's a commercial I was trying to show you. They literally got this new device where you can just slide out your pills, and they got little compartments. And they're like, it's easy fill. They got a little kid over here, their mom putting the pill in her hand. She's just looking at it like, that's normal. Like, you're not supposed to be giving your children pills. Like that's normal. And it's a bunch of Edomites throughout the commercial.
Right. Right. So he's trying to play God, man. He saw this so-called Caucasian devil, man, is trying to play the part of God by doing the things that he does. And it's more evident now than ever who that devil is. There is no other place. I mean, the only people that come, not even come close, I'll say, be better than Esau in wickedness is Jake. 2/3 are more wicked than these heathens. But who started that? Who led the way? Who was the foundation of so-called Caucasians, man? Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. See, at that time, that's why it was written in Ecclesiasticus 12 that we should never have trusted our enemies. We should have never even dealt with. In fact, there was a law in Deuteronomy chapter 6 that the Lord told us not to even deal with the people that are around about us. All right, but what did? We dealt with them, and it was written after the fact that we should have never trusted our enemies. So it took time. It took us falling away from these law, statutes, and commandments and finding ourselves again to know who that real man of sin was, who the real enemy was. Because you had Jake out there that was dealing with these heathens to no extent. They would never cease. They were doing heathen customs, all kinds of stuff that would make them like unto the heathen, and they had no idea what that was going to do unto themselves or their nation or their kids. All right? For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So Esau's playing his part. He's playing his part as the wicked for now. And once he fulfills his purpose, he will be removed out of the way. But iniquity has been playing its role, corrupting men's souls unto death since Genesis, since Adam and Eve. As soon as Adam and Eve were committed unto sin, then death was created into this life, and we became corruptible. Then we became susceptible to what death is through sin. All right, so this iniquity, that wicked spirit through Cain, which is these so-called Caucasians, has led the whole world to destruction. And those that promote in that. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Right, so lying wonders, things like, oh, well, you know what? We understand DNA. We understand the human composition of what we are. We understand that this earth is not just this. There has to be life outside of this planet. There has to be universes and solar systems. The only people that perpetrated that lie unto the earth are the so-called Caucasians and Europeans, which are Caucasians, Edomites. All right, deceiving lies, trying to be like God. When we know damn well that we don't know what's out there. All right, Esau's trying to play that role of God that he will never achieve. That's what Satan does, man. That's Satan's job, is to be like that. And with all deceivableness and of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion, and they should believe a lie. So not only is that pertaining mainly to the Israelites that will be unable to perceive this truth, unable to wake up in the morning and go outside and see, why is the sky lined up with fucking cornrows? Why is my drinking water tasting a little metallic today? Why is my food a little bigger than a fucking chicken should be?
Well, you see, it's the clouds, and then it comes out of faucet, so it tastes like metal. And then the food's bigger because,
Right.
That's a 2/3 for you.
Right.
I'm going to rationalize what I don't know.
That's right. Right. So strong delusions have been given to those that cannot perceive this truth, man. Or that they should believe a lie. That they believe this system will save them. That they believe this Caucasian devil, so-called, is who he says he is. All right? Only got a couple more verses here. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So because you didn't have the repercussions of the scriptures fall on your head immediately, you felt like it was okay. You felt like it was okay to do what you thought was what felt good, or what the food tasted good that the Lord told me not to eat, or this or that I had done. I had slept with another man's woman. All right, that felt good. It made my shit feel right. So now it's okay. All right, that's the complete opposite, man. All right, they had pleasure in unrighteousness. So you have to pay for what you've done. We all will, even we will. So don't get it twisted. We're not saying that we're going to be absolved of sin. We hope that we might be counted among the elect. That's what they call it, the hopeful elect. Because nobody knows. All right? We all have partaken in unrighteousness, man. But we are bound to give thanks always to Yahweh for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because God hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief in the truth. That's all it's about, man. Doesn't matter if you're doing work. It's a commandment if you have the Lord's name that you need to be doing this work. But it's about sanctification and chosen. You see how Bashim Yahushai takes his off top. It's like the mafia, man. They come over and they take their collection off the top. Whatever you make, it goes to the higher up. Who's our higher up? Yahweh Yahushai. So the top, the firstborn spirits of creation, Elohim, all right, in Genesis, the Lord is taking his off top. Though that's his elect, man. They could be doing coonery right now, and they could be sitting before you. And the brothers of GMS, we feel and hope and we pray that we are those chosen men. All right. Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which ye have been taught, whether by word or epistle. Now our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach himself and God, even our Father, which have loved us and have given us everlasting consolation and good hope through grace, comfort your hearts and establish you in every good work and word and work. That's all we have. We're prisoners of hope. All right. But through Yahushua, man, giving his blood up, there is going to be a sanctified, chosen elect out of the entire nation of Israel. All right. That will see through this wicked man's system, through his platform, through his bullshit state-sponsored media, through his proxy military armies, all right, through his system that he has educated us as kids growing from youth to what they call young adults, and what we should and shouldn't think about this system that we're living in. All right, that's all I got.
Just to touch on that point that Esau's trying to play God. No other race has come up with the shit that Esau's come up with. I don't see Ammonites, so-called Japanese, coming up with Darwinism. I don't see fucking Cushites coming up with Big Bang theories. Everywhere you turn, it's a fucking Edomite saying, "Oh, it can't be God. It's gotta be something else." The universe was made from just from nothing to, and there was a big ass bang. They're so fucking stupid. They can't. You would think an event that created everything around you, the universe, would have a better name than the Big Bang. But people eat that shit up. People are so simple now. They think that just because you can't see a curvature on the horizon, because, I don't know, the earth is actually larger than 2 feet, that it has to be flat. People believe that there's it's so far-fetched that there's a planet out there, Planet X, or Nibiru, as some people call it, that's just floating out there, and eventually it's going to crash into the earth, and that's the apocalypse. But who's the one that brought that out? Who's the one that said that that there is no God? Who is the inventor of atheism, which in itself is a religion, because it's not called just athe, or it's not called ath. It's a theism. A theism is a religion, or a study of a religion. It's literally the study of no gods. Atheism. It's believing that there are no gods. So you believe something, but you believe there's no power. There's nothing. You formed yourself for when you die, you go to darkness, and that's it. Or according to Drake YOLO. And then I wanted to bring out first I want to bring out Daniel chapter 7. This is verse 25. And it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. So that's happening right now. You got these scoffers and scorners coming on the comment boards, passing by camps, literally saying, "Hell, Satan," throwing up a Baphomet, doing the most, when we did nothing to you. I don't know you personally. You don't know me personally. And you don't have a beef with me, because it stops there. We're just two strangers. But your spirit knows Yahweh Shai. So you got to beef with him. So you got to do everything to speak against that. We'll bring out a simple scripture. He that hath an ear, let him hear. And you'll go against that. Huh? What? I got 2 ears and I can't hear you. What the fuck is the point of that? You're just being a demon. And excuse my rude speech, but that shit riles me up. Because there's literally, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Lord's word is perfect. And he said there will be scoffers and scorners. But then you got to think, what is your purpose other than to scoff and scorn? You really believe that you're better than me because you come up and you want to be louder, or to that old ass bullshit, all men of GMS or baby rapers. When there are literally men out there to this day, nobody wants to talk about this. There are so-called rabbis, those fake Khazar Jews, fucking little babies, and then beheading them, and then they'll grind them up and toss them in your meat. So that McDonald's double W eating, that's that baby that's got some fresh fucking rabbi jizz in it. But you don't want to talk about that. You want to speculate, oh, those men of GMS, they raping babies, or we say something quote unquote bad about a woman, such as a woman needs to learn in silence. Because to be honest, women are emotional. If you have logic, there can't be room for emotion. But women are based off emotions. So if you're going off emotions, there's no logic. So why would I listen to you? You're not giving me anything new. All you're doing is saying, well, I feel, I think, I don't think what you're saying is right. But your spirit does. That's why there's some hesitance in your voice, that little bit of reluctance. But then Esau's the perpetrator of all that. He's over here whispering in her ear, come on, baby, you Jake too. You can tell him. If enough of you band together, form some women empowerment, then y'all can take him down. But really, he's over there doing the same shit, saying, okay, as soon as they handle their men, then we'll handle them. Because they know they have power over you. They're the ones manipulating you. And reading on, it says, and think to change times and laws. So what are they doing right now? There's a law in the scriptures that I just read, Leviticus 11:7. Don't eat pork. It says, and swine, although it be split of the hoof and cloven-footed, it chew not the cud. It is unclean. Boy, what do you want to do? I got some pork chops. I'll fry them up. My grandmother used to cook me these. What are you talking about? It's been in my family for years. I got this recipe on lock. Or can I get that double bacon in it with pulled pork on top? Is that hamburger got ham in it? It don't? Nah, I need that. I need the pork patty. It's something about it. That porky goodness. I need it. I love it. When there's a dude at my job who literally just had a fucking heart attack, not even 50 years old yet. And you want to know why? It's not because he's out of shape. It's because this fool eats pork every day. I'm talking pound chorizo burritos, bacon cheeseburgers, pulled pork sandwiches. And I try to tell him, you know what's in that shit, right? And not even, you can exclude the Bible out of that, and that shit would still not be good for you. You know what's in pork, right? You know that there are some bacteria that only exist in pigs. Do you know that trichinosis comes from eating pig flesh? Do you know that, and I found this out from the brother Yawadon, pigs have a special valve on the back of their leg that releases just whatever the fuck is in them. It's a nasty gunk that oozes out the back of their legs. But yeah, I gotta have me some ham hocks. I gotta get me them pork chops. Ooh, that bacon. You even know what bacon is? It's literally belly fat with a little bit of meat on it. Where is a pig's belly most? In the muck. And they live in their own shit. Because the farmers will put down some dirt and wet it up a bit. But then the pigs, to familiarize themselves with their environment, will shit and piss in there. And they love it. If a pig dies, another pig will eat it. If a pig eats some food, some slop, because they don't even give pigs carrots. They don't give them lettuce. They give them slop. I watched a show I used to watch a show way back in the day called Dirty Jobs. This with Mike Rowe. He worked on a pig farm. What would happen is it was like a Las Vegas special what they had. All the food that the restaurants would throw out would all get piled in this giant dump truck. And they drive it out to this farm, like out in the boonies. And after they get to the farmer's like, oh, slop's here. Like it's normal. Like that shit is normal. Like, okay, slop's here. So we get to the truck, they pull the truck around to this trough, which is a giant ass metal thing that you can put water, food. It's usually used to feed animals or so they can drink. And then what he does, he pulls a lever and then out dumps all kinds of nasty ass food. I'm talking rotten fruit. I'm talking there were actual human clothes in there. There was a sock. And he literally let the pigs out and they ran to it. Like, I love it. I need to give me some slop. So you're eating an animal that eats your scraps. You're eating an animal that eats the shit that you don't eat. But yeah, you're telling me because I tell you not to eat pork, that there's something wrong with me. I gotta be some Muslim extremist. When really they took that shit from us. Ishmael wasn't over there like, oh, it must be halal. It must be holy. I do not eat the swine. They probably used to eat fucking pig all the time. And so some Jake came along and said, what the fuck y'all doing? Y'all know what those are used for? Because back in the day, they used to be used to clean battlefields. And this is something I learned from one of the brothers in the camp, where after a nice long battle, you have, let's say 10,000, just 10,000 men laying there, dead, rotten. Who's gonna clean that up? Because you don't want to get disease from that. They would send in some pigs, and the pigs will eat anything. And that field would be clean in days. So y'all want to eat something like that? Imagine, you think they just stop eating on human flesh? You think somebody can't chop up a body, throw it in the dumpster, that same dumpster that gets mixed with all the other food and gets thrown in that trough? They are fucking bugged out. And that's just one of the laws. Another law, don't commit adultery. When you got websites out there like Ashley Madison, where you sign up literally too cheap. That's what you think, with another person, like another married person. No, not that you're looking for some new single, never been touched woman. You're literally on there to fuck another man's wife. Or in the case of a woman, fuck another woman's husband. When you already got a man. Or multiple. So Esau's out here just saying, you know what? Fuck the Most High. I got my laws. Aleister Crowley, do as thou will. It feels good. Do it. I love it. Ugh. And that's that spirit they have. Knowing they're doing wrong, but say it feels right. I know I'm doing wrong, but it feels right. So feels right. No, it's wrong. I'll weigh this one. Just this one. I like this more. We'll go with this one. And that's what he's been doing ever since he got into power. And to finish this off, it says, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. So right now we're falling right into that. We literally were told, follow these commandments from your creator and you shall have everlasting life. Nah, this pork tastes kind of good. I think I'm gonna go over here with Esau. It looks a little more fun over here. That party's got that banging new track that I just gotta hear. Or shit, let me I mean, shit, oh, well, boy's wife's looking kind of good. Esau said it's fine. I mean, I'm just gonna slide over here real quick. When you were given into that, you were supposed to be the Lord's chosen. You were supposed to simply follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. Which is, there's not even 700. You know how many laws there are in America alone? There's thousands. And that's just the ones we know about. There's ones being made every day. But you want to go over there versus just following a few hundred. The few hundred that are actually there to keep you alive, see a better life, live a prosperous life, I don't know, a happy life. You'll choose bliss over happiness. Because what's the difference? Well, one is a false state of whatever you think it is. I'm blissful. I think I'm happy. Okay. One is actual true happiness, where you don't have to worry about what's in your food. You don't have to look at every label and see, ooh, it says gelatin. Gelatin or gelatin. One's natural, one's pork tendon. Ugh. Or Arby's got the new Baconator, or Burger King's got that new flesh burger. Let me go ahead and pop that in the mouth. That tastes good. That's what these were set up for. But y'all rather choose Esau, because let's face it, you love the flesh. I'd rather be carnal because it feels good. I don't want to not eat pork. Why can't I eat pork? I know you said it's bad, but it can't be that bad. Why is shrimp so bad? My grandpappy been cooking this since we were on a plantation. What kind of fucking mentality is that? There's a reason why they're eating pork, fucking shrimp, krill, the scraps, gizzards, giblets, chitlins. There's a reason why they had to come up with another name, because they didn't want to eat that. You don't want to eat intestines. You don't want to eat chicken fucking liver. You want to have a nice breast, a nice leg. You don't want to eat the same thing that's been eating your brethren that got lynched. You saw that pig that you were cooking eat your family member. Why the fuck would you want to put yourself through that? But oh, I see why you forgot. That's why. Now y'all are bugged out for that. If I pray over it, it's sanctified. Just like most of these brothers out here, if I pray over the pussy, I know she's married, but if I pray over it, the Lord will tell me it's okay. That's that bliss. I think it's good, so it's gotta be good. What do you think, or do you know? Because you know it's wrong, but you'll say, yeah, I got a suspicion it might be okay, so let me just do it. Y'all are just fucking bugged out.
I don't know.
Come on.
And that just goes back into the wicked, man. Before, taught you, like the brother was saying, man, on slave, trades and whatnot. During that time, man, you were forced to eat it too. It wasn't like you had a choice. They'll fucking force your mouth open and feed it down your throat if you didn't want to eat it, man. Because you can't have workers that don't eat. Okay. And that's the truth of it, man. We built this whole society, and now you're not wanted here anymore. All right. This system, this thing that is called America, we know it as spiritual Babylon and Sodom and Gomorrah, man. This place is not designed for Jake to strive, man. It's not designed for you to go out here and be successful. You're not supposed to be Jakes. And yes, are there Jakes that are successful in America? Yes. But how do you think they got there, man?
Gotta sell that soul.
You look at Beyonce and Sasha Fierce, man. Or, the word Sasha goes back to Sunwale, meaning, which means lifeless or walking dead. So why do you think Beyonce calls herself Sasha Fierce? And that goes to you fucking women out there, man. And then you niggas love Jay-Z, man. How do you think he got as big as he is, man?
Yeah, he was just selling rock one day, and then I don't know. Let me pick up the pen and start writing.
Because to be completely 100% honest, let's be real. The man's raps ain't that tight, man. The man don't got that much. Is he lyrical? Maybe the old Jay-Z.
Maybe.
Okay. But is he one of the best rappers out? Nah, not really, man.
Not even close.
All right. And then, yeah, you know, if you actually like music, man, and that true hip hop, you know, like, man, Jay-Z's not that type, not that type, man. He ain't that rock, man. Okay. But you niggas, okay, in the world, man, you follow that, you worship that, man. And you blindly follow that while everything else in the world is happening, while Russia and America, okay, are literally down the street from each other in Syria right now. Okay. While all these proxy wars and political and geopolitical things are happening, popping off, and you know, work in the background that is about to come out in America and be played out. You see FEMA camps on. Last summer we saw Jade Helm. We saw all these things being set in motion. Okay, why you know, we had former presidents, I think it was Nixon, talking about we had an alien terrestrial invasion. We'd all have to come together. Why do you think all these things happen, man? Nothing happens by accident, man. The Lord ordains every single move, every single critter, to the very last ant that walks on this earth to do what they do, man.
But wait, that new Drake just dropped. You didn't even hear that. That shit was hot. That shit was hot.
And I've had spiritual conversations. I'll be talking to someone in the world, man. And you know, you actually start getting into this conversation and they feel like almost attacked because it's not time. They still have that veil over their face, man. The Lord put that veil over your face and he can take it off, and he can put it right back on. Okay? Because you still have people going out and going back into the world, man. Lord forbid that be one of us. You know, Yahweh Ratazah. Okay? You pray over stuff like that, man, because that's a scary thing. To see what you see right now and then to go back into it, like you never seen nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or to you know, take what you see and try to twist it for popularity or for pussy or for your own personal gain. And not for edification's sake and for fighting for the salvation and for the truth and for your people and for Yahweh Shai's word. That's madness, man. Talking about there ain't no chip. Okay, having party Passovers. All right. Celebrating the Shabbat on every single Saturday instead of following the actual cycles in which it was laid in place in the scriptures to guide us. The knowledge was given to us to know when the Shabbat was, but yet you're still going to, you know, not follow it correctly, the right way. We're all backwards and twisted, man. You think right is left is right, up is down. And you go with it. And you think it's correct. That's why the scriptures say, man, that that there's literally, you think that good is evil and evil is good. I'm, you know, roughly paraphrasing, but I'm gonna go back to I got a few scriptures, man. God bless them, let me bring them out real quickly. Go back to where I was in Nahum and finish that out real quick, and then I'll go into some other ones. And this is just a few verses down from where we started off. This is verse 4, and it says, because of the multitudes of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot and the mistress of the witchcraft and the zealous nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew thy nations and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Okay, and that's happening right now. We just was listening to one of the videos, man. I believe them brothers in was it in the London brothers? Was it the live stream that y'all was listening to?
No, that was GMS Dallas and Quiet Qualm.
God, them brothers did a beautiful, I think it was live stream, right? Yeah, I was talking about how you know the downfall of NATO was, man. All right, and that's happening as we speak. That is a prophecy happening, man. The Lord is lifting up thy skirt right above thy head, and thy nakedness is being shown. All the wickedness, all the bullshit, okay, all the things that you try to hide in history, especially in Europe, being that so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans ruled Europe, okay, prior to the 1400s, before the Renaissance, okay? Because you can lie about it, but you can't go back into Europe and you try to destroy the artifacts. But guess what? You didn't get them all, bastard. Okay?
And that also goes to that scripture. There should be earthquakes in diverse places, because a lot of people's perception of the word earthquake is literally the earth shaking. But there's another definition, and it literally says a great upheaval, and the sentence they use is a political earthquake. So that's what's happening right now. You got not only Britain successfully seceding from the European Union, or as the brother Kwame said, the United States of Europe, because that's what we are. We're a union. The United States of America is the same as the European Union, literally about the same amount of states. You got the United Kingdom, which is actually made up of a smaller set of states seceding from the European Union. You got states like California over here talking about seceding. When Texas wants out, you got President Duarte and the Philippines over like, fuck the U.S., fuck this little treaty we got. Y'all are some fuckboys. Try like literally exposing everything. Where was all this before? These are literally earthquakes. These are political shakeups, great upheavals in diverse places where you haven't seen them. There's never been a shakeup in NATO like this. There's never been a shakeup in the European Union where people are threatening to exit. And it's not just Britain. Britain's just leading the way. You got other countries trying to follow. Like, Britain's got a point. Where we're getting treated like shit. We thought it was going to be like this. It turns out it's like this. Like, where are we? You told me I was going to get a lollipop, and all you gave me was a stick. Like, are you going to give me the rest or what? And they're like, what are you talking about? This is the rest. And that's not what we agreed on. So when shit comes to the light, when people finally start seeing that, oh, wait, this isn't what we agreed to, that's when everybody starts saying, oh, I can't mess with these guys.
Hey, that's a house divided shall not
Not. It's all these prophecies coming.
Because prophecy is happening like goddamn a snowball, man, rolling down the hill, a goddamn avalanche, man. Okay, it's just picking up speed as it goes. There's prophecy happening every single day. Something is happening that was foretold. Okay, and that's the beautiful thing about it, because we in the last days of the last days. Okay, the final quarter of this bullshit game, okay, that Esau's little chessboard decided to play. We about to get that dub. And Esau was scratching his head and figure out how in the hell did these these coons, through all the shit that we did to them, through all the wickedness that we promote, through all the backsliding backwards deals that we've done with the heathens to help keep them down. How did they figure this out? How is this happening? And that's why they're building those underground dungeons. That's why you're seeing them planes in the sky with what seems to look like a cloud trailing them. But no, it's fucking poison, man. That's why you're seeing every goddamn nation that has nuclear capability testing their nukes.
Or literally arming them.
Or building nukes if they don't have nuclear capability.
Because that's against the nuclear arms agreement, where we all agree that we'll never arm our nukes. You can have them, but you don't ever arm them, because before it used to be considered an act of war. Just arming a nuke would be considered where another country could, by agreement, invade that other country and try to stop them at any means necessary. Right?
We get on you Edomites, man, because you're the pin, like the scriptures say, you're the borderness of wickedness, man. Border meaning when something starts. Border of the book, okay, the border of the book, I open the book starts. Okay, the border of the country, I walked past the border of the country, now I'm in America, via Babylon. Okay, you're the beginning of wickedness, but you other nations is wicked too, man. Okay, and you walked right in hand with Esau to do this shit, man. All right, so we get on you Edomites, y'all are gonna get it, but you nations gotta understand, y'all gonna get it too. Okay, you're not exempt. Okay, and you may not be as wicked as Esau, but goddamn, you wicked. All right, this is Psalms 83:1, and it says, "Keep not silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh." And that goes back to also the Lord says it many times, especially in Isaiah, there is no peace for the wicked, saith the Lord. All right, the Lord is a man of war. He's coming back bringing war, and his son's going to lead that army, man, with the angels and the elect, man, the hopeful elect, man, like Brother Yahweh said, man. Okay, it's going to be a beautiful day. There's no peace for the wicked. So all ye that do wickedly, and the Lord is not covering you, death to you, man. And if that includes me, then death, woe unto me, man. Okay, Because the kingdom of heaven is going to be better than anything that you've ever desired, anything that you could ever think of, man. Okay? And that's what's on the way. So if I got to die to get there, you know, so be it, man. Okay? And that's the spirit you got to be in, man. Push this truth until your legs can't kick no more, man. Like the white man used to say, you're going to hang till your legs stop kicking. Oh, yeah? Well, Lord willing, the brothers in GMS, the hopeful elect, the prisoners of hope, we're going to kick this truth until our legs stop kicking. And if it be so, they better hope that we ain't the elect, because if we are, that ass is grass, okay? And it says, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thine hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel shall be no more remembrance. That's why you got Native Americans, all right, talking about, oh, well, y'all Negroes didn't get massacred. Do y'all not know you're the same nation? Or you got Latinos talking about, man, we ain't fucking niggas, man. We ain't with them niggas, man. All right? And then you got niggas don't even know that their history doesn't begin in Africa.
Or Egypt.
Or yeah, that they're not Egyptians, man. Then you got Native Americans fighting each other over, you know, if they're Native American or not, because they may look like the so-called Negro. It's ridiculous, man. Israel fights more within and of itself, regardless to, you know, what tribe or whatever the case may be, than realizing who their enemy is and understanding that, oh, I'm an Israelite. That in and of itself is a blessing. Because guess what, man? Your enemies, while y'all fighting, they in their luxurious house, their pinnacle state, man. All right, referring back to Genesis, I think it's the 47th chapter. All right, where Esau is told, you know, his blessing, and he shall have the fatness of the earth. Okay, you know, these Edomites, man, they sitting over there in Beverly Hills eating a steak, laughing at you. On World Star Hip Hop, pointing their fingers, laughing at you niggas, man. And you niggas think you doing something nice. You niggas think you got a Glock and that's gonna save you, man. You gonna, yeah, the Lord gonna fuck you up so bad, you're gonna be running, you're gonna have that Glock in your pocket, somehow shoot yourself in the face, man.
Hey, what's up for Jesus say you think you balling because you got a black?
You know what I'm saying? God, like, you think you nice, and
you nice because you got yourself a little thumper?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you niggas gonna learn, man. And it's gonna be a fearful thing. Because the Lord is gonna show his strength. And when the scriptures, I've been saying this a lot lately, when the scriptures say the slain of the Lord shall be many men, it truly means many. There's gonna be a lot of death out here. A lot of your family members, a lot of your co-workers, people you grew up with. Okay? That's why, you know, people in this truth tend to be loners, man. We stray away from those who are not in this truth because we know that they're gonna get put to death. And that's it. They're gonna come back better, but they're gonna get put to death, man. Ain't no mama boys over here, man. All right? It's lucky anyway. Finish this real quick. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel, Yasharallah, may be no more in remembrance, man. So you don't know that you're Israel because of your enemies and Esau consulting with them, man. All right? And it says, the tabernacles of Edom and of the Ishmaelites and of Moab and of the Hagrites and Gebal and Ammon and Amalek and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, Ashur also is joined with them. What? So you telling me it's not just the so-called white man that hates you niggas and you spits and you Uncle Tomahawks? Damn. Damn. You're compassed around about you with enemies, man. You have one fortress. You have one hideout. The scriptures. Okay? Like I was watching the Twin Towers, the Lord of the Rings movie, on a break one day at the fucking slavery spot.
Huh.
And you know, when the Uruk-hai, they breach the walls at Helm's Deep, man, and they say, retreat back to the fortress. And I thought, that's exactly you have to be in this world, man. You go out in the world, do what you gotta do. Go get some groceries, you know. You wanna drink a little bit, go to the liquor store, get you something to drink, you know, go get, you know, whatever you have to go out there and get. But at the end of the day, where do you go? You come back home, read your scripture, okay, get in the scripts, watch a video, stay in the spirit, retreat back to the stronghold, man, back to where you're safe, okay? Because you're surrounded by death and your enemies, man. Like the brother Yaldan likes to bring out, what's sin, brother? Gateway to what?
Death.
Your pop?
You mean sin isn't just doing bad and asking for repentance from Jesus?
And then like the brother Gar likes to say, man, I'm gonna quote that brother. Repentance doesn't start when you ask for forgiveness. It starts when you make the change and you stop doing what you were doing. Okay, that's when it starts. All right, and it says, do unto them as unto the Midites, and as the Shishar, as unto Jobed, and the brook of Kasan, which perished and Dar, they became as dung for the earth. Okay, so at some point we're gonna do unto you like those other nations that became dung unto the earth, man. And that's gonna be a beautiful day. And the last thing I want to get is in Revelations 18th chapter. All right, this is Revelations, and I'm gonna start at 18 and 2. And it says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, and that's the angel that came out of the heavens, okay? Babylon the great is fallen. It is fallen. That the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit and cage of every unclean and hateful bird, for all the nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath and of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Okay, so simply put, man, Esau and the rest of you nations, man, for what you have done in the abundance of wickedness and the foul spirits and the vibrations of just fucking foul and abominable shit that you push out there via gay, via LGBT community, via BET, all right, via music, all right, because Amalek owns your rap game. So you fucking niggas out there that want to be rappers, you better be able to spread them cheeks, fucking faggots.
Nice and wide.
Okay, and you actors, okay, because every movie out there right now is about the end days, okay, because it is the end days, and every spiritual person that you'll ever come across, or even people that have read, or even, even breathe or think about the Bible, will tell you that it's the time, okay? It's time, man, and you heathens and you Edomites, man, you're gonna get put to death. Goddamn super heathen Edomites too. They fucking hate you bastards, man. Death unto you, man. Okay. Got some y'all done?
Yeah, you ready to wrap it up here in a second?
All right, let me grab 2 more scriptures. Just hit me. Spirit God right quick. I want you to break them down. Go about the show. About the show.
Go ahead, Doc. Let's go.
Just bring on the point.
You said what up?
I said, you got something right now, Mark?
No, I got an ending script already.
Okay.
Said.
Cool. I said, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna have you break this down. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 13. I'm gonna read a little bit of this and 14. Some of my favorite chapters in Isaiah. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the mountain, exalt thy voice upon them. Shake the hand that thou might goest into the gates of the nobles.
All right, man. So, I mean, this banner of Great Millstone is what is a separation from this carnal world into what spirituality really consists of, who the Lord's really dealing with, because the spiritual man is a changing man. You see, the scriptures say a man that changes his opinion or changes his ideology, his countenance changes at the face of the moon. This truth man is ever changing in the sense that you have to be adaptable to the truth, adaptable to what the Most High requires of you to do. And under this banner, man, we have to exalt ourselves to live this scripture, to live this life, because talk is very cheap. You have to live this life and exalt this banner, just like Yahweh Shai did. You think Yahweh Shai didn't have personal inquiries or personal, wants or wishes or things that he wanted to do or thought that he would like to take part of? Absolutely. And so do we all in this truth. But our mission is to exalt the banner and put ourselves to the side and put the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, first. And our commitments to the Lord first.
And it says, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones. For mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness.
Right. So we don't have a choice, man. We don't have a choice. If the Lord's dealing with you, then he's dealing with you. You know, there's no arguing, or there's no, I'm not capable, or if you don't get it, you won't get it. Doesn't mean you won't ever get it. The Most High might allow you to get it, but right now, if you don't get it, there's a reason why you don't get it. If you get it, you got it, good. Good. Go ahead, Art.
And it says, in the noise of the multitude in the mountains, like of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathering together, the Lord of hosts mustering the host of the battle.
Right, man. So the Lord is a man of war. That's Exodus chapter 15. Check it out. Lord is a man of war. Okay, so he is bringing all these nations together. The scriptures are about division. You see, confusion comes with this sense of equality between all. The Lord clearly divided people and nations for a reason. And as did he with Israel. So he has division even amongst inside a nation. And with all nations, they have their own divisions, their own separate parts and pieces and things that make that machine a perfect, functioning, well-oiled machine. All right? The Lord is making this whole machine, this whole picture, this whole platform that was preordained, predestined from the beginning to come together and form this perfect, and when I say perfect, I mean perfect outcome, which will be the kingdom of heaven.
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand.
Right, man. You're going to have people howling because they're afraid. You're going to have people howling because they're rejoicing. I know me and these brothers, Lord willing, will have the Spirit. When that martial law siren kicks off, we're going to be ecstatic. We're going to be satisfied. Yeah, we're going to be so content and happy that we are one step closer to what we live and breathe for, which is the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But at the same time, you're going to have people that howl in terror, in fear. Right. You're going to have people that are going to incontinent, which means they will piss and shit on themselves because of fear. They thought and they talked all this head this whole time, thinking that, you know, everything was going to be fine. But when you get that emergency alert broadcast on your cell phone, we work in a call center. So when an Amber Alert comes online, everybody in the whole call center stops what they're doing and looks at their phones, freaks out. Even the supervisors, managers, everybody. So when you get that emergency broadcast and it says, I'm sorry, this is not a drill. This is not a game. Russia has launched nuclear capable weapons on New York and the East Coast. Please find shelter immediately. What's going to happen?
You have an hour.
Who's going to be howling? We're all going to be howling. There's going to be people howling and rejoice, and there's going to be people, the majority of people howling in fear and terror.
I know one thing. Me and this brother can see each other. I literally lift my head up and say what's up to that brother from where I desk. So I'm gonna get, if I get that message, I'm gonna stand up, look at that brother, and be like, you know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
For sure that
you know what time it is.
that green light they got in there that everybody jokes around. Once that turns on, you get it's permanent green time. Yeah, permanent green time.
That's right.
The building that we work in used to be the original NORAD, but was bought out by Time Warner Cable. Now we got sold by Spectrum. That shit don't matter. But point being, that building was set up to be a nuclear bomb shelter. They have, when me and the brother Yawdan went under, because there's an underground of that shit, they have rooms where there's keypads where nobody, not even the owner of the building can get in. There's literally the steps that pilots use to get in the jets. Those are in the same building. What are those doing down there? Well, what are in those rooms that we can't get in?
You got hallways leading.
Hallways leading dead ends. But yet they got a daycare down there. That's where our sales department. So it's hunky dory. face value. That's what we're about. We're about face value. Don't look at what's behind me. Just follow my hands. That's their point. But once that green light goes off, everybody in the call center knows what time it is.
It's gonna be that Jose Cuervo's listening in commercial.
Yeah. Holy, drink some liquor like that.
Like, no, how about we just use scriptures at times? How about that? All right. And it says, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. There shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed at one another, and their faces shall be as flames. So,
as it is written in Wisdom of Solomon 5, check that out. The whole chapter is deep. And then Romans chapter 3, who hath resisted the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? Who hath resisted the will? Has any man said, you know what, God made me do this, but I decided to do otherwise? I said, I'll do what I gotta do. I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Hey, but see, it's not gonna work like that. It's not, because the Most High has ordained us to do what we're doing now. If we're doing what we're doing, then we're doing what he wanted us to do.
Whether it's wickedness or righteousness.
And see, the beauty about this whole thing is that it was predestined from the beginning for us to be doing exactly what we're doing right now, what we did before, and what we will have yet to do. All right? So the Lord has required this day of judgment. See, people have this thing in their mind, well, how could God want to kill everybody if he made us all? But they don't stop to think for 1 second that everybody in the world, exactly, and not only that, but does things on a daily basis that God said not to do that lead to what? Death. So how are you going to blame God when he told you not to do something? That's like your kid putting their hand on a hot stove and be like, look, son, don't do that. It's not smart. You're going to burn your hand. Okay. And you keep doing it.
Why does this keep happening?
But yet you have the nerve to turn around and be like, Dad, it's your fault.
It's your fault, Dad. You
told me
told
not
me
to do it.
No, you told me to do it, and
Where
you
did
knew
you
I was
love
going to
me?
do it.
Where did you love me, Dad? Like, that's basically what Israel does, too. That's great.
And just like the brother y'all was saying, this is all being predestined. What you did, what you're doing, what you're going to do. And it brings us to that video we were watching where Remy from the Boondocks was breaking down to Riley. You got known knowns, you got known unknowns, you got unknown unknowns. You got shit you know, you got shit you don't know, you got shit you don't know you didn't know.
The absence of evidence.
It's not the evidence of absence.
Go ahead.
And that literally ties in perfectly with this word.
You gotta go ahead.
Yeah. I think I see it.
It's like I keep going. It says, this is verse 9. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel. Oh, sorry. I think I read past that. Yeah.
No, I think that's exactly where we were.
Yeah. Behold, the day of the Lord come cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light, and the sun shall be darkened in its going away forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity.
And here it is. RT is reporting that there are rainbows that are appearing to be fire. We all know, aside from this LGBT bullshit that Esau's portrayed in his wicked reign, that the rainbow is actually signified as the covenant with Israel that the Lord would not destroy the earth again by water. But here it is, you have people witnessing rainbows in the sky that are flames. See, the Lord didn't break his covenant by saying that he was going to destroy the world again. No, he said he wasn't going to destroy it again by water. It's prophecy the Lord's going to destroy this world again by fire. That's right. Amen. And the Lord does this thing because it is against him. Everything he stands for. Is it not written that the Lord made Pharaoh and raised his nation up and built his people up to be the prime people on the planet just to show his power through him? Just for a point, just because he can. That's like telling somebody, you know, why did you do something? You know what? Because I felt like it. What are you going to do about it? You going to argue with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai?
What you want to slap box with the Lord?
Go around.
Like, what's up? You want to slap box with the Almighty Power?
He'll kill you.
With Al Shadia?
Your
That's
creator,
communication.
Like,
the creator that made you have a slap, you won't slap with the slapper.
oh, man. And that's why the Lord also says that we are as grasshoppers. You get crushed.
And what do you do to a grasshopper?
Bro, I used to do some fucking shit.
Exactly, but it's because you could.
She's a grasshopper ant wars, bro. Watch the motherfuckers eat ants and help them kill ants.
And what is the Lord doing right
I
now?
did the same exactly.
What is the Lord doing right now? Having grasshopper ant wars. That's what we are. We're grasshoppers and ants and spittle.
And why did I do it? Because I could, and I was bored.
And he's bored because he can. He is. That's literally his name. He who is.
And it's deeper than that too, because there's a righteous point to it.
God.
Yeah, it's not all vain.
It's not all vain. Yeah.
It's to show you. It's to show you the grace and the beautiful, and the wicked and the good. It's to show you the difference in what it does to you when you sin. When you sin, when you just fall out and you go full wicked, like that one movie, Tropical Thunder, where he says, "You never go full retard. You never go retard. You never go full retard. You never go full wicked, man." And the Lord let us go full wicked.
Just to know what that is.
And now that we went full wicked, He's gonna bring full destruction
And full righteousness.
and full righteousness. It's a full cycle, like the circle of life, Lion King style.
It's
man.
balance.
And speaking of the Lion King, to get there, like Simba, you have to remember who you are first.
Yeah, remember it's that.
Don't leave me there. Please, please pick me up.
That's what he was saying. Yeah.
Please don't leave me. For real, man. All right. Continuing. And it says, it's like 2. And what's gonna cause the sun and the stars and the moon not to shine its light, man?
I mean, why do you got fire rainbows in the sky? I mean, come on. I mean, let's just be honest. Why are there fire rainbows in the sky?
Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger, and it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. Then shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. And everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them, speaking of you wicked, majority Esau, okay, shall fall by the sword. Speaking of your military might, all the jakes that wanted to sell out for the Charger kit in the weekends at the Thirsty Parrot down the street. All right.
And I want to say too, you people, you're going to lose that comfortability. Because right now everybody thinks they're equal, or they should be equal, or that everybody should be able to get along, or we should all have like-minded opinions.
What love, man?
Yeah, that's how the system is set up. What that's saying is people are going to go to their nation because once the system collapses, their whole image and support system that they believed and trusted in for generations has fallen apart. What is a human's natural instinct? They're going to return to what they're comfortable to.
There you go.
Naturally comfortable, and that's their own people. So you're going to have confusions of face. You're going to have people going. Everybody's going to get into their lot. Everybody's going to play their part. Hey, play your part, man. You got hired for a job. Do your job.
I'm in on this verse. And it says, their children shall also be dashed to pieces before their eyes, and their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. If that's talking, and also that goes into you, I have dudes out there. We gotta stick with our Hebrew queen.
Your horse?
All right. This is Isaiah the 14th chapter. I'm gonna skip the first part that basically talks about how the Lord is gonna save Israel out of that. Even though all that shit's gonna be going on, he's gonna still choose Israel. Okay. But I'm gonna start at verse 4. And it says, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppression ceased and the golden city ceased? And that's what we do week in, week out, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, through the leadership, all right, of the elder apostles, all right, and the fellowship of the brotherhood, man. Okay, that's what we do. That's your profession. Okay.
Right.
The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepters of the rulers. Okay. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is prosecuted and none hindereth. Okay. So your wickedness, your staff, which gives you power, is broken, man. All right. The Lord's done letting you do what you do. Esau, Edom. All right. And you feds that jump on our channels, Maximilian. You're done. It's over.
Over, man.
Bada bang.
Game over, man. It's over.
All right, Private Hudson, it's game over, man.
It's over, man.
All right, and you continually smote the people. You've killed, you've mass murdered almost every single nation on the planet. You stole all the resources. You're killing the earth. You're killing the animals. All right, 1/3 of the sea is now nuclear contaminated. All right, you're going to pay for that, man. You're going to pay for what you've done. Not only unto the people of the earth, not only unto Israel as a nation, and not only unto the earth itself, but just for the cruel intention, man. All right? The principle. All right? It's the point of no return, bro. Cruel intentions, dog. All right?
It's the final countdown. That's what it is.
Yeah. The earth is at rest and it is quiet. So when this destruction happens, when Babylon is gone, everyone's gonna go like, it's gonna be quiet. It's gonna be quiet. Like right before the police do a raid.
Oh, and like you go outside, like the other day you go outside and I just like to sit there in the spring and you look at the trees,
You see them breathing.
and they're dancing.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, they're doing that pseudo wudo
Yeah.
jig.
Yeah.
That pseudo wudo jig, like you start going down, baby.
God. And guess what? Right after that, he's my bus game.
Oh,
Guess what, man?
Stormtrooper?
The whole world, man, is gonna be, quiet. But then they break forth into singing. Ye, the fir trees, rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feathers is come up against thee. Hell from beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead from thee, even at thy chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up and the thrones of all the kings of all the nations. So this place is going to be done. All right. And the world itself, the earth itself is going to rejoice. The trees themselves, the birds going to be chirping. The lion's going to be roaring. The fish going to be jumping out of the water. Going,
They're doing a little foot.
you know what I'm saying? The elephant going to be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be beautiful.
The elect gonna be, high-fiving little ants on the ground like,
God, we did it, little buddy. We did it. Hooray.
The little run down the line that.
How about some go, go, man?
I'm sorry, little buddy.
It's over now.
It'll be all better now.
You're like, it's cool, man. I know what you were going through. I know what you were doing.
God, that's gonna be a beautiful day. That's all.
But it don't like.
Con. I'm gonna bring out 4 verses from Isaiah 14, just to bring home the point. And literally, these verses speak for themselves. And I'll start at verse 13, and I'll bring up the verses. I'm gonna let you know. So it says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation, in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." And there have literally been Edomites that said, God, I am God.
They'd be like, oh yeah, well, fuck you guys. We raped and killed you guys, so fuck you. You have to respect my culture.
Or I'll never bow down to a nigger God. It's like, what?
Then
Okay.
I'm gonna be like this. All right, bring the yellow shots.
Yeah. Tell that. Tell him to. Tell him to his
I'll bring you
face.
to him. Let me bring you to
Yeah,
him.
I'll bring it to him. Tell that to his face. Tell him that to his face. But continue on to 15. Says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. So y'all out here all high and mighty. Yeah. Fuck your nigger God. We lynched you niggers. We're gonna lynch him too. Yeah. Y'all gonna be brought down so fucking low. You won't even be on the bottom. You'll be on the sides. and I'm talking about splattered. Like you're gonna be pressed so fucking hard, you'll be fucking spread on the sides. And then I'm gonna jump all the way down to 20. Let's see here. 21. I'm gonna finish on 22. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. I didn't do it. I didn't put your ancestors in slavery. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Aren't we cool? I will read that one more time. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Man, I want to speak a parable unto you. Verily a parable unto you, like Yahweh Shah would say. A parable being, did not Yahweh Shah have to die for his sins? Okay, did he not have to die even though he was perfect in that lifetime? Because of the nation, because of the elect. Did not the prophets, even though they weren't necessarily perfect, but they were pleased in the eyes of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, have to die terrible and grievous deaths because of the iniquity of not only themselves but the entire nation?
And were they not hated?
So what makes you
so special?
What makes you Edomites and you other nations think that you are exempt to that? You're telling me the children of the Creator, God, had to suffer, even if they didn't partake in the majority of the wrongdoing, that you being a lesser, subservient people, that you are going to be better than the children of God?
That's about right. That's about right. I think it goes Esau, Ishmael, and then all the way at the bottom, Jacob. All the way at the bottom. Israel's still gonna be down there. You down there now? Never getting up.
Oh, they be open up my sword back again. This is
that chicken burger.
you know, this speaks for itself. And it says, and he said, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Okay, that was spiritual, because the first is going to be the last, and the last is going to be the first.
Mm-hmm.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it, which follows.
Whoa.
That's right.
Esau's the end of nah.
So I'm going to say this, and we'll end it. But you scoffers, you complete us. You make us who we are. In fact, we will give you a round of applause because you know what? At the end of the day, you make this truth even more true.
What did the Joker say? You complete me.
Right. Hey,
Sorry.
man, so cheers, man.
A
Cheers
toast.
to you scoffers. Cheers to you haters. Cheers to all the people that don't believe in the truth, man. Because we will all bear witness who the Spirit attested to be the real men of the Lord.
Especially you other Israelite sects, man. We're gonna see who's teaching the truth, man. We're gonna see who's the true righteous ones. All right.
So let's watch. We'll see.
We'll see.
We will see. So with that, hope this was edifying to y'all, brothers. Want to say all praises to Yahweh,
Basha, Yahweh Shai.
Y'all want to see the other apostles of Great Millstone. Y'all brothers keep fighting diligently and sincerely. Hey man, hopefully we get out of here. Shalom.
We're at the end. Shalom.
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 The true brothers.
Yahweh Manar.
That's you. Fuck, stop.